I commanded a battery for 2 years. That was unheard of back then.
Wow.
And it's because of Desert Storm. And so it was the best job I ever have. I'll never have another job like it. And it was funny because there were times I know that, my boss would sometimes try to even separate my first sergeant from myself and what we were doing. And I never let it happen. Tell you a quick story. He would say to me, "Oh, Captain Lyons, so what would you like to do with the formation, this weekend? Do you want to, do something?" And I'm like, "Well, let me go talk to first sergeant and see what he says." He goes, "Well, aren't you commanding that battery? What about what do you think?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Let me go talk to what first sergeant says."
Right.
And then he goes, "Well, I already talked to your first sergeant. And first sergeant wants to do this." And I go, "Well, okay, that sounds good to me." And then he would get all mad at me, and I'm like, "Sir, why do I want to argue with? This is not a point to be arguing over about, what we want to do. It's more he's first sergeant's going to have to execute on the mission anyway. So
Yeah.
doesn't it make sense that we get him in the loop and stuff? If it's not illegal, immoral, or has drugs involved, like what difference does it make?
Yeah.
So him and I used to joke about that all the time, that we were just always on the same page. And that's
Right.
just because we always respected each other's lanes. We always respected each other's places. It was just a really, really special moment. And again, we were able to take all our guys to kind of, we had a reunion last, in February, after 30 years of ground combat. And we had about 50 guys, 50 out of like 120 guys show up
Wow.
on it. It was just great. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just